And you're watching CEC TV. Right now we're talking about diversity and the importance of promoting diversity within CEC. We're here with JT Taylor, former co-chair of the Leadership Development Committee of the CEC, Angie Jasper, immediate past president of the CEC, and Jen Webb, the immediate past president of the CEC of Ohio. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to ask Angie, starting with the importance of what's the motivation to promote diversity in all levels within the CEC?
I think one of the things that immediately comes to mind for me is that with CEC, we are very much trying to be responsive to the needs of the field, trying to keep our ears to the ground about what's important, what are the priorities, and for a long time, diversifying the profession and making the profession more inclusive has been a priority for our field. And so for us, we've tried to, in our strategic plan, elevate that as a priority and allocate some resources toward that so that we can ensure that all of the work that we're doing is focused on and geared toward supporting diversity in the profession.
JT, the importance of the benefits of promoting diversity both for students as well as educators, what are those?
Well, we want to model really good practices, and we want to model really good kind of how we go about our business and all the students we work with. So we work with an intersectional, diverse group of students. Just with disabilities, no, we're talking about all types of intersectionalities. So we want that reflected in our membership, we want that reflected in how we go about our business, in what we do, what we promote, how we really do the job of working with the population of students we want to work with.
Jen, what initiatives has CEC taken and continue to take to promote diversity at all levels?
What I'm really excited about is the work with university students as pre-service teachers at any level, maybe graduate level, but particularly undergraduate, to give them a taste of CEC and the opportunities like affinity groups, all the different divisions where they can find a special interest, but really getting them involved and capturing their attention at an early stage of their progression to becoming teachers so that they see the benefits and they want to be a part of it. And I really think the big piece is asking and inviting students and coming alongside with them and bringing them to conferences like this so they get a feel for it and they catch the bug.
And the question for everybody now, what can educators do going forward to continue to ensure diversity in their classrooms in the special education setting, starting with you, JT?
Ooh. I think it's really important, and that CEC does a really good job of trying to bridge that gap between research and practice. The work that we do to be the most effective for the students we want to be the most effective for should be informed by evidence. But beyond that evidence, what are we doing? What are the actions that we are kind of enabling teachers, parents, schools to really maximize what that evidence says? How are we doing the work that we're doing that's informed in a way that's going to really be able for everyone, teachers, students, to reach their fullest potential?
I think for me, I'm going to piggyback off of Jen and her comments about encouraging students to get involved, and that is very much the result of relationships that you have with students, and that's some of the work that we encourage too, is building relationships with people, encouraging them to get involved. We're talking about, engaging in leadership within CEC, but even when we're thinking about diversifying the profession, it's often, someone who has when we're thinking about students with disabilities, someone who has a member in their family or had some sort of exposure to people with disabilities that gets them into the field, the profession. So creating those opportunities for relationship building to help students understand that they can make an impact. I think that's one of the kind of core foundational ways that we can move the work along.
I agree.
Anything you'd add to that, Jen?
I think staying relevant is really covers everything
it's
that
related,
JT and Angie already said, and it's I think probably a challenge for me. I think I'm the oldest in the group here, but keeping a pulse on how younger people communicate through social media and different platforms, so that they know where to go, right? And we're leading them by example, but we're getting a little too old for that, right? At some level, but
don't speak for me.
Well, okay, keep going.
Exactly.
But you know what I mean, like, so. But to do that, we have to stay current.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's one of my goals. That's why I like hanging out with college students, because they're teaching me. But it's again providing those opportunities, building relationships, communicating, and staying relevant, knowing what they're into that's going to speak to them.
Great discussion, and thank you so much, everybody, for being here.
Thank you.
You're watching CEC TV.